Okay, here we are. Here's my sheep, close up and personal. Pretty nice. That's not why we're here. We're here because I want to show you a little bit about XP boost. How the toilet works. Here's my bathroom over here. There's the toilet hanging up there. It's kind of awkward, and you have to face the wall to use it. And there's the sink. Wash your hands afterwards. So the toilet is an XP boost. It actually gives you 0.33 more XP, or 33% more XP. So if you are on official, just single 1 XP, you will end up, after taking a poop, you'll have to sit on the toilet, activate your wheel, and on the top left up there, next to the horrible whistle follow all command, is the poop command. If you have to poop, boom, you'll take a poop, and at the bottom right you will see the XP boost marker there. And I'll show you how to know if you need to take a poop or not here in a little bit. So the other thing I want to show you for an XP boost is called the Broth of Enlightenment. This is way more powerful. It actually gives you 50% more. So the toilet gives you 33% more, and the Broth of Enlightenment, which is right here, gives you 50% more. So if you're at 1, you'll end up being 1.5. If you're at a double XP weekend event, you'll end up getting triple XP, which is, crazy good. That's how I got all my levels. So yeah, I'm going to show you how that works here in a second too. I'm going to go ahead and drop off this fertilizer, get it out of the way, and I guess we can get started. I'll go ahead. Oh, the other thing I want to talk about was crafting skill. So while your XP is boosted, you're also going to be crafting stuff. Things like, if you're crafting stuff that's just learned engrams like these, crafting skill does not affect them. What it does affect is blueprints. So here's my chest full of Ascendant blueprints. It's pretty nice. And then I have my Mastercraft right over here. So I'm going to show you how the crafting skill works and the Mind Wipe tonic. You're also going to need to take Mind Wipe tonic to boost your crafting skill, which is right here, this purple one, Mind Wipe tonic. If you don't know how to make these consumables here, I will show you. This is the Dododex app that you can download in the Play Store. When you open it up, it looks like this. Click on the menu icon in the top left corner. From there, go down to Recipes and Dyes, and then on this screen, click on Consumables. It'll give you a list of everything you can craft in the crafting pot and a list of its ingredients. Okay, so after making those consumables, you will be ready to get some XP boost. So, let's go ahead and before you take a mind wipe, I'll go ahead and get it ready. It's very important to get things situated the way you want. The reason being is what you're going to do is you're going to reset all your levels. And when you reset all your levels, you're going to put it all into crafting skill, which is down at the bottom here. As you can see, all my levels are into weight. That's for moving stuff around. That's how I played 75-80% of the game, is all on weight and nothing else. So before we take the mind wipe, we're going to get situated. My favorite method to XP gain is making narcotics in the chem bench. And that reminds me, I need to learn narcotics real quick. There we go. Okay, so with narcotics we're going to need spoiled meat and narco berries. I'm going to go ahead and get some spoiled meat here. Got plenty of it. Maybe like 12 stacks. That should do it. And I'm going to drop these broths off. I got them prematurely because they're going to get in the way, because I like to transfer all. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded up before I take the mind wipe, because I will not be able to carry squat after I reset my levels. So the L1 transfer all over. I can easily carry it because I have over 1,000 weight. I'm going to fill the rest of this up with berries. I look down, yep, it's actually full on the first try. So, if I turn it on, it says I can make on the top left up there, you either can make 1 at a time with R2, 5 at a time with squared, and if you hit triangle, you can craft all. Now, you'll have to hit triangle 3 times, because when you hit it once, it only makes 100. Hit it again, it'll put 200 in the queue. Hit it a 3rd time, it'll get up to the 239 mark. So I just pound the triangle button when I'm ready to make them. So it's ready to go. We're going to want to get our XP rolling before we craft anything. Like I said, the mind wipe is not going to affect this because you're not making it on your person. The crafting skill is not going to affect what you make in the chem bench because it only affects what you make in your person or blueprints. Those are the 2 things it affects. So I'm going to go ahead, split one from here, put that back in the fridge. Okay, I got my 2 broths ready to go. I hope everything else is ready and this goes smoothly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, I'm not going to take my wipe yet because it doesn't matter because I'm going to show you the XP boost for now. When you're ready to get a bunch of XP, you're going to take the Broth of Enlightenment, okay? Which, I'm actually not ready. I got to get ready to poop first. Now this is, once you do it more and more, you'll get used to the timing, but we have to get ready to poop. And if you look at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you'll see, you know, your thirst level, your hunger level, your stamina and health. Now if you look at the hunger, which is like a giant turkey leg, you'll see that the color is the same color as the rest of the markers. It's like a light blue. Now, to know if you're ready to poop or if you need to poop, I'll show you how to see that. Now, it shows right now it's all the same color. You have to like turn it to the good background. You can see there it's all the same color. I need to get it to change so I can poop. Now, I found out how to do this. You do not take stem berries to make yourself poop. I tried that. It does not work. What you do is you take all your clothes off. Okay? Now I got a little cold symbol there. That is going to make me have to poop way quicker. What I do is I come outside where I'm cold, take off all my clothes. Looks kind of crazy to the neighbors, but hey, it works. I'm going to jump up and down and punch. Basically, I'm exercising. I'll do that until my stamina is almost all the way down. And you'll stand there and wait. Once your stamina goes to regenerate, your food goes down. That means you're consuming food. Now, if there's enough food left, you'll see it's still the same color. That means you need to exercise a little bit more, but I'm going to run out of food, so I'm going to eat a little bit to replenish that. It's probably good to keep some vegetables on your hotbar for this reason. Throw that down. Okay, so I ate. Okay, now actually you can see that it's actually a different color. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little bit darker. It's not as light of a blue on the chicken leg, turkey leg, whatever it is. So that means we're ready to poop. That's how you can tell. And that's the best way. If you do not have the cold symbol, it takes much longer of exercising to make yourself have to poop. So now we are finally ready. I'm going to go ahead and the poop doesn't last very long, so you have to go outside and exercise in between quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Broth of Enlightenment first because it lasts the longest, so we'll be alright. Okay, I took the Broth of Enlightenment, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start making these. Got it turned on, and I'm going to pound the triangle button. Okay, now in the queue it's 237. It's going to make it. I'm going to rush over to the toilet, sit on the toilet, get on my wheel, go to poop. Hopefully do not... Well, that doesn't work. Okay, do not hit follow all. You'll ruin all your dinosaur. Come on, I'm clapping instead of pooping. Let's go. Okay, I poop. Now I got 2 markers there. It's also important to flush and reset it for next time because you will be in a hurry. So as you can see, I have 2 markers. I have the 0.5 or 50% better from the broth and 0.33 or 33 or 33% better from the toilet. So running these numbers right now as I'm making narcotics, if you're on single XP, just a regular weekday, and you take the broth, you're at 1.5. And then if you take a poop, on top of that, because they do stack, you'll be at 1.88% XP. So that's almost double XP during the week. That's pretty nice. Now, If you do it during double XP, that's way nicer. If you take the broth at double XP, you'll be at 3 XP. And then if you take a poop on top of that, you'll be at 3.66% or 3.66 XP, which is astonishing. That's how I got all my levels. So while it's making, I'm going to hurry up, and what you're going to do, you're going to come back downstairs, or however you're configured. It's easier for me to go downstairs to get outside. I'm cold. I didn't check to see if I was cold inside. If you're cold inside, it works just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and exercise so it is ready to go when my XP runs out. You'll see I have way less time on the toilet XP. So you're going to have to stay on top of that to get the most bang for your buck, basically. Okay, I believe it changed color. No, it did not. Maybe it did. We'll see. I don't think it did. I'll just do this again just to make sure. It's really easy to tell once it does, but if it's not, sometimes you second guess yourself a little bit. I could just see. Yeah, I don't want to poop on the ground. That's barbaric. Oh, my XP's running out. I think it's probably alright. I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's definitely changed. So I wasted a little bit of time because it's been changed, I think, since the first time. It's hard to tell sometimes, but you'll get used to it. Alright, I'm going to rush back over to the toilet because I do not have the toilet XP boost right now. So hurry up and take another. Not ready to poop! Alright. Yeah, I can clearly see now that it is not changed. I'm not very cold right now, so let's try to get cold real quick before my stamina. Okay, it says I'm cold now. Come on, come on. I'm wasting valuable time. This is weird. It usually never takes this long. Come on, come on. Yep, I think it changed. You could barely see it, but I think it did change. Run over to the toilet. I'm sure we're still making narcotics. It should be just fine. Poop. There we go. Took another poop. Got some more XP going. I totally messed that up on camera, but that's just the way it works. Go ahead and drop this off. Okay, so that's how you do that. You can stack XP. You cannot take 2 Broth of Enlightenments and get stacked that way. What you could do is you can only stack different forms of XP boosts, like an Explorer Note, the toilet, Broth of Enlightenment, things like that. It has to be separate. So that's a really good way to really go up levels quite a bit. At the beginning, when you do not do a lot of narcotics, or you don't have the means to get spoiled meat or narco berries very well, the best method for leveling up at the beginning is, what I've found, is to make storage boxes. The reason being is just spawn near like some woods, you know, where there's a lot of trees and stuff, and just make a bunch of storage boxes. Line them up like this, just make them one after another, after another, after another, and just make a bunch of them. Then what you do is go through and destroy them. Destroy, 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 and it gives you half the resources back. So if you made 10 of them, you destroy them all, then all of a sudden you can hurry up and create 5 more. And you just go down and down from there, then 2.5, 2 more, and then after that maybe 1 more. So like make like 30 of them, 15, you know, and it just keeps going down from there. It gives you a good return on investment, I believe. I do that until I get to a good point to where I can get spoiled meat and narcotics, and then I level up on narcotics. From then on, really. I've gotten tons and tons of levels from that. So that's pretty much how to get good XP. Now, in the same subject, I'm going to be talking about crafting. I'm going to use the blueprint. So what I found out yesterday is I made a bunch of riot gear, ascendant riot gear. And what I found out is my ascendant shield, let me show you, well, I guess I can show you. You probably don't care, but I'll show you anyway. My Ascendant Shield takes a crap load of materials. Here it is. 4,500 crystal, 909 metal, 2,700 polymer, 2,700 silica pearls. I was so excited to get this. You know, I was going to take the Mind Wipe tonic, put all my craft skill up, and make this thing. Ran into a snag. All these materials do not fit into the fabricator. It only holds 70 items. I have it full right now, 70 out of 70. So I've got everything in there. I was trying to make it, and I realized I couldn't make it. Looked up online. Sure enough, that's a big issue. So that is a useless blueprint at the moment. So I went through my other bookcase to my Mastercraft, and I found this. It's my Mastercraft Riot Shield. It's got pretty good durability. I'm thinking once I take the Mind Wipe and boost up all my skill levels, this is going to turn out to be a pretty good shield. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to take the Mind Wipe, and when I go into this menu, you'll see all my levels have reset. I have 97 points available. Now instead of putting it all in the weight like I usually do, I'm going to put it all into crafting skill. If you have a lot of levels, this can take quite a while. You're going to wear out your X button. Come on, come on, come on. Crafting skill. I'll show you how the crafting skill affects this blueprint. Now again, it doesn't affect what you learn on engrams like these, but it does affect blueprints quite a bit. It's actually mid-level, late-level necessity to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fabricator, and I have all my materials lined up in here before I took the Mind Wipe, because they're heavy and it takes forever if you cannot hold any weight. You do not want to split up the levels, you want it all into crafting skill. So I'm going to go ahead and hit R2 and craft this thing and see how it turns out. There goes all my hard-working materials, it's all gone. So as you can see, I filled this thing completely up, and it was barely enough to make this Mastercraft shield. It took way less supplies than the other one. So originally it had a durability of 13,959. Now after the crafting skill, let's see how it turned out. 16,478. It changed dramatically. That is going to be nice. 16,478 from 13,959. That is nice. That's going to be a good shield. I'm going to use that on the Ice Queen. I made all my riot gear as best as I could, my best blueprints, and I have it stored right in here in hopes of going and taking on the Ice Queen. That will most likely be in another video, so you can see how that goes. I've already tried it twice. Once I died on the very first death worm and it sucked horribly. The second time I went through the death worms fine, just easy. Once I had some riot gear and I got to the queen and she killed me pretty bad. So I'm gonna go in with my best shotgun, my best boots, best chest piece, all this, and my Mastercraft Riot Shield that I just made. Hopefully I can make another Mastercraft Riot Shield before I go in, because that's going to be a big deal when it comes to the Ice Queen. Alright, so that's